Hey everybody out there in Hot Rod Land, it's Phil coming in from Carcraft Classics. Today showing off another just beautiful muscle car. Check this out. Goodness gracious, I'm so excited to tell you all I know about this vehicle, the whole history. And before we get started, for those of you watching one of my videos for the first time, this is Carcraft Classics. We're located at 321 Canton Road. We're in Cumming, Georgia. 30040. Phone number for the shop is 470-239-4977. My name is Phil. I'm the owner here, and I can be reached on my cell at 770-317-1415. Email for the shop is carcraftclassics@gmail.com, and be sure to visit us on the web at carcraftclassics.com. You've heard me say this before if you've seen one of my videos, and I'm serious about it. If you're into the classic cars, the classic trucks, neon signs, wheel and tire packages, things like that, we cater to the classics. If you're into it, please give us a thumbs up on the video and subscribe to our channel here on YouTube, Carcraft Classics. All right, so this bad boy came to us via a gentleman named Jim in South Carolina. These C3s are just gorgeous. The C3 started back in what, 68, and ran all the way to 82. One of the most popular Corvette eras ever. You still see plenty of these guys on the road. Maybe not in the same condition as this car, but there are plenty of C3s out there. And the earlier ones are the more valuable ones. I think you would say from 68 to 72. Commonly referred to as the chrome bumper Corvettes. They are the more valuable ones because in 73 they went to a rear chrome bumper but a polyurethane front bumper. And most guys like the old school chrome bumper look. And that's exactly what we've got here. This model is a 1971. Just this body style is just iconic. Just absolutely love it. Long front end, you know, race inspired long front end, short rear deck, and curves for days, baby. This thing is gorgeous. So this particular car came to us, like I said, from South Carolina. It comes with this assembly instruction manual and also a long list of receipts here. Pages, got to be over 100 pages of receipts for all the parts that have been installed in this car. And this restoration was done, no doubt, with one focus, and that is to make sure all the parts purchased were factory style. Now there are a few parts on here that I'll cover that aren't original or aren't factory GM parts, so you NCRS guys can calm down. You don't have to call and yell at me. I know that everything isn't numbers matching, but most of it is on this car. And the restoration again was done with, you know, a particular eye for factory spec. You know, everything that they bought for the car either was non-factory style and done to make the performance better, like the intake manifold for example, or it is factory style. Let me just read this quick write-up I spent all morning on. This 71 Corvette's got the 350, the 5.7 liter V8, 270 horse, connected to a Muncie 4-speed manual transmission. That's war bonnet yellow that you're looking at here. What a stunning color. It's a metallic color. It is an original color. This car was repainted in 2013, and I have the documentation from the paint job, but it was done in that factory war bonnet yellow. Okay, so two of the parts that jump out at you when I show you the engine bay, you'll notice that aren't original is the Edelbrock intake manifold and the Holley 4-barrel carb. I think it's a 600 CFM, but you know, that's a nice performance upgrade. This car runs excellent with those two power adds there. All right, so the previous owner, Jim, I mentioned to you before, he did a new exhaust, new full aluminized exhaust. Some other things that were replaced on the car: it's got new factory exhaust manifolds, it's got factory power steering, 4-wheel power disc brakes, new brake booster and calipers for those brakes, new factory style suspension, new alternator, plugs, wires, cap and rotor. Valve covers were replaced. The engine base completely detailed. You wait till you see it, it's gorgeous. The valve covers and air cleaner, were replaced, and the factory decal was added to the air cleaner. New radiator and fan shroud, headlight and wiper motors. The body is completely pinch straight. The trim is all there. This car easily is a 9.5 out of 10. It's in unbelievable condition, as you'll see when we walk around it. New bumpers, new tail lights, or tail light lenses, factory color matched T-tops. It is a T-top car on this coupe. Factory luggage rack, factory alarm system, all new weather stripping including under the hood. New LT1 hood. It's got the fiberglass LT1 hood from '71. Solid pans for the trunk and the floor. It's got a new saddle interior, new seat belts. The gauge bezel and center console bezels. Unbelievable condition. I'm just so impressed with the interior. I'll show that to you here soon. Got the new Corvette slide stereo, bucket seats, middle console, working gauges, lights, and directionals. And you see the 15-inch Corvette rally wheels. Trim rings, everything are new. BFGs, white raised letter tires. And it does come with, as I mentioned to you before, the manual, the assembly manual, as well as all those receipts and a clean South Carolina title. Bear with me here just for a moment. Let me get this socked away here for a moment. And we'll go over the whole car together. Because I am absolutely in love. When I first got the car, I wasn't crazy, or at least I thought I wasn't. I wasn't crazy with the color, but now I'm in love with it. It's been at the shop here for, I guess, about a month now. Finally got it detailed. Weather was terrible. So my son finally got around to detailing it. And man, that war bonnet yellow, unbelievable. Look at it out in the sun. It's dancing. I mean, it's unbelievable. It helps that the body is pin straight, but that color, just so unique. All right, let me put this book down over here. Take you through the car, show you everything. She is gorgeous. Look at that. Cool LT1 hood. All the glass is in great condition. All the trim is there. I mentioned to you the bumpers are new. Stingray, something you may not know, for the C3 Corvette, they used the word Stingray, which had been used on the C2s, but with the C2 Corvettes, Sting and Ray were two separate words. For C3, it was one word. Just a little Corvette trivia for you. So as I mentioned, the trim is good. My son missed the spot on the mirror. These young kids today. Again, it is a factory T-top car, color matched in the war bonnet yellow. Dash, as you can see through the windshield, is in excellent shape. We pop the hood. Give you guys a shot at the jewelry box. So there she is. Nice, clean, detailed engine bay. So some factory goodies. Dual master cylinder. You see the brake booster. As I mentioned earlier, you got 4-wheel disc brakes on this car. Brand new alternator. Brand new radiator. Brand new fan. Brand new shroud. New air cleaner. I mentioned to you about the Edelbrock intake manifold. Got the factory style valve covers with the hold down hardware the way it's supposed to be. It is a power steering car. Got some things on the firewall here new for the headlights, for the wiper motor. Man, this thing is gorgeous. Show ready, baby. I give it a 9.5 out of 10, and I'm a pretty hard marker. watch my videos, you know that, but this one I have no problem giving high marks. It is in unbelievable condition. Even the hardware to close the hood. I mean, everything is, you know, rust free, and it just doesn't appear to be 50 years old like you would think it should look for a car of this age. Here's those brand new exhaust manifolds. I think they call those ram horn, but anyway, that's one of my pet peeves for sure. When you pop the hood on one of these old hot rods and you know, you get these rusty exhaust manifolds, but these are brand new, coated. You can see even the gasket in there is brand new. That new aluminized exhaust down there. New cap, new rotor, new wires, new plugs. This thing is turnkey to say the least. Let's get that hood down. Sorry about the shadows, getting a little late in the day here. But it's been raining for a few days, so I really wanted to show you the car now that the sun finally came out. Oh baby, look at this thing. Pin straight, no paint bubbling, no cracking, no spider webbing. Bird cage is good. New 15-inch Corvette rally wheels with the BFGs. Period correct tires. Even got the Stingray gills painted to match. Excellent condition. The rocker trim panels down below in great shape. Did my son miss another spot? Yeah. American muscle at its finest. As I mentioned, new bumpers, new taillight lenses. And for the hardened Corvette enthusiast, who can tell me what that keyhole is? Considering this car doesn't have a trunk, what would that be for? I'll give you a few minutes. These little coves are so cool, you know, where the back window meets the top of this rear area, this rear deck. It's so cool. And again, this is where you get cracking, where these seams come together, but this car just doesn't have any of it. I think it does have a scratch over here. I saw something when I was walking around it before. Let's see. I know there's one. Oh, there it is. There's a little scratch right there. Other than that, you're talking about near perfect paint. Okay, time's up. That key, for those of you that don't know, and I'm sure there's plenty of Corvette guys out there that know, but for those that don't know, that's for the factory alarm. And this car is equipped with that as well. Factory luggage rack, factory T-tops, factory four-wheel disc brakes, power steering. Look at that paint flop in the sun. Light along those body lines and dark down below. Just gorgeous. This thing is a work of art. Look at that. Thing is gorgeous. So for those of you that don't know, you know, Carcraft Classics, my business here, it's not a used car lot. We're not pumping volume out. We're looking for the best of the best. We're looking for cool, unique, classic vehicles. You know, usually, I used to say pre-72, but now I would say pre-90 vehicles that are kind of diamonds in the rough, you know, things that have rare for one reason or another, whether it be that they're all original or that they've been uniquely hot rodded out, you know, something that appeals to us, something that's got that cool factor. And this car absolutely knocks it out of the park. You go to the car show, you're going to see plenty of Corvettes. We all know that. It's one of the most iconic brands GM or models that GM ever put out. But how many of them are you going to see that are war bonnet yellow and in this condition? In the pictures that we'll post on our website here in a few days, there'll be 60 plus pictures of this vehicle inside, outside, undercarriage. We'll put it up in the air. We'll get you all that. So disregard the little shadows, and some of the stuff in the video is hard to see out here in the sun, but you know, what are we going to do? There's plenty of customers of ours that can't come and see the vehicle, so we like to do this video because it helps those folks. But the pictures will be very, very detailed. There won't be any shadows in the photos, and you'll be able to see everything. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a holler. 770-317-1415. Starting on the interior, I mentioned to you, I showed you before, the dash pad's in great shape, and so are the door panels. This saddle color interior is killer. Just love it with the war bonnet yellow. Nothing wrong with black, blue, white, red. Just too many of them may be out there. So there's many, many parts in this interior, including the seat covers and parts of the carpet, that are brand new. The bezels, like I said, around the gauges in the center console, and the bezels around the gauges, the speedo and the tack. I'll show you those up close when I get in the car down on the other side. But man, is this thing gorgeous or what? Rockers are in great shape. New sill plates. And you know, when people paint these cars, these classic cars, a lot of times they paint right over the door hardware, like this striker, and it drives me out of my mind. It's got just such a Mickey Mouse look when they do that. But you can see here, this car was disassembled properly and painted professionally. And that's the way a door is supposed to sound when you close it, kids. $350, 5.7, 270 horse, 360 foot-pounds of torque. Four-speed Muncie. I think it's an M21. Four-speed manual transmission. What a tasteful upgrade that LT1 hood is. It just belongs, baby. It is awesome. Paint on the hood is just as good as it is all around the car. So sweet. Got a bug over here. Nobody rides free, my dad said. All right. Okay. Let's get in here and show you the rest of this beautiful vehicle. Again, door panels in immaculate shape. Sill plates, once again, great condition. All right. Dash pad, mentioned to you before, is in great shape. No cracks. I mean, look at this little, it's not that big a deal. It's just the pockets on the dash for the passenger. But those leather pockets, look at, they're immaculate, brand new. Embroidered carpets, kick panels in good shape. There's that gauge bezel. You know, a lot of times when you look at these C3s, that gauge bezel and the stereo are all, you know, weathered, let's just say. Everything in here is either in great original condition, like what you see on the shifter here. It's not all pitted, doesn't look like the car spent, you know, a year underwater like some of them do. And anything that did have that weathered or aged look, like this plastic cover next to these gauges, has been replaced. New slide style Corvette stereo has been installed in the car. New wiper switch. Sorry about the glare. New bezels, and you can see the plastic over the gauges is in excellent shape. Clear as day. Clear as the day that it rode off the dealership floor. Just in excellent, excellent shape. One of the other things this car has that I want to mention is the 3-spoke Corvette steering wheel, which we'll show you when I get out from a better angle. And it's also got the battery easy disconnect switch on it. So if you leave it in your garage, you can easily disconnect the battery so it doesn't die overnight. It's just got a good factory sound to it. It's nothing over the top. Here's that, I'll give you a little shot of the, I want to say headliner, but again, it's a T-top car, so it's a hard headliner, factory. Again, seat covers in great shape. Got the cushion for the middle console for your elbow. I believe these seat covers are new. There's that 3-spoke steering wheel I was telling you about, the classic Corvette steering wheel. And here is the trim tag for the purist that wants to run numbers. Up. Shine in the sun. Just got a good solid factory sound to it. Hasn't been really hot rodded or anything like that. No strange noises coming out of the engine bay. The shark nose is just killer, man. Just love that body style. Anyway, let's get those headlights up. You know that motor's been replaced. If you know anything about Corvettes, those headlights are always slow, but not on this car. See if we can get this thing to play nice. There we go. Cold there for a second. This thing runs and drives so good. You know, it helps that it's been restored and all, but it certainly does not drive like a 50-year-old car. But it's got that cool look. Okay, so again, 1971 Corvette Stingray Coupe. Asking price for the vehicle is $39,500. I hate to use the cliche, but you couldn't buy one of these and restore it to this level for anywhere near that number. So for anybody looking for a turnkey vehicle, something that's not a project, yes, you got to pay a little bit more for this versus the one you pull out of the barn or the junkyard, but this one's also done and ready to drive. As we say, turnkey. Well, again, $39,500 is the asking price. And you know, if you want anything customized, you know, we can try to help you. I don't know what you could possibly do to a beautiful car like this, but if there's something you want added, maybe a set of wheels or something, we can certainly help. So light customization. Financing, you've heard me say before, we work with JJ Best, and they're so smooth, just like the paint on this car. They can get you financed right over the phone. Very simple. And they'll also, for my out-of-town buyers, they'll also give you a free inspection of the car. So that's helpful for, again, the out-of-town buyers. And delivery. Put this car right in your driveway. Anywhere here in the United States. Anything international, we'll need your help, but we'll get it to whatever port that you need it to be brought to initiate the shipping process. Okay, again, 39.5. My name is Phil. Phone number 770-317-1415. Keep in mind the car comes with a clean South Carolina title and a temp tag, good for 45 days, so you can take it out and enjoy it before you have to pay your taxes. Unless you live in the state of Georgia, I'll collect those for you. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Again, my name is Phil. My number is 770-317-1415. Feel free to give me a call if you've got any questions or you'd like to schedule a test drive. Give me a call anytime. Thanks again for watching. Be safe out there. God bless America.